The House That Never Slept. The Winchester Mystery. The Widow and the Curse. They called her the woman who wouldn't stop building. Sarah Winchester, widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester rifle fortune. In 1881, her husband died of tuberculosis. Months later, her only daughter died in her arms. Grief consumed her, until grief turned into guilt. Because the Winchester rifle wasn't just a weapon. It was the gun that won the West. And with every bullet fired, came another restless soul. Legend says a spiritualist told Sarah, "The spirits of those killed by your family's guns will never rest, unless you build a home for them." So she did. A house for the dead, and she would never stop. The Endless Mansion. In 1884, Sarah moved west to San Jose, California. She bought an 8-room farmhouse and began to build. But there were no blueprints, no architect. The construction went on 24 hours a day for 38 years. Rooms grew into wings. Staircases climbed straight into ceilings. Doors opened into brick walls, and windows looked out into other rooms. Workers said she would sketch designs at midnight and demand they start by dawn. No plan, no rest, just motion. Some say she was lost in madness. Others say she was following the spirit's orders. The Seance Room. Hidden deep inside the mansion was a secret chamber. No windows, only one door. Inside, a table, a bell, and 13 hooks on the wall. This was her seance room. Every night, at midnight, Sarah would enter, alone, to speak with the spirits. She rang the bell 13 times, then waited in silence. Some nights, workers claimed they heard footsteps in empty halls, whispers in languages no one knew, and the next morning, new blueprints would appear on her desk, written in her own hand, but she had no memory of drawing them. The Earthquake and the Dead. In 1906, an earthquake shook San Jose awake. The mansion twisted and groaned. Towers collapsed. Whole rooms were sealed shut forever. Sarah barely survived. When workers found her, she was trapped in her bedroom, calm, covered in dust. She believed it was the spirits, punishing her for building too much. So she ordered every damaged room to be boarded up, never repaired, never touched. To this day, they remain, frozen in time, untouched since 1906. The 13th Room. 13. It was her sacred number. 13 steps in every staircase. 13 windows in every hallway. 13 hooks for her candles. Some say it was superstition. Others say it was her way to confuse the dead, to keep them from finding her in the endless maze. Visitors report hearing footsteps when they are alone, cold drafts brushing their necks, and once, a tour guide saw a woman in black standing at the end of a hall. When he turned to speak, she was gone. Only the faint scent of roses remained. The House That Never Slept. Sarah Winchester died in 1922. The hammering stopped for the first time in 38 years. She left behind a house with 161 rooms, 10,000 windows, and endless mysteries. Some say she built a prison for ghosts, others, a refuge. But one thing is certain, the house never slept. Even now, visitors hear distant knocking in the walls. A draft passes by like a sigh, and sometimes, a shadow of a woman can be seen, walking with a lantern through the endless halls, forever building forever haunted. Welcome to California. Welcome to the Haunted Atlas.